What's up, y'all? I'm Jordy, and today we're using an OKIDOGI team in Regulation J. This OKIDOGI is actually a really cool combo with Lunala and Zacian, because OKIDOGI is a great counter to Incineroar. Zacian does not like being intimidated by Incineroar, doesn't appreciate getting faked out by Incineroar, doesn't appreciate the fire moves of Incineroar, and Lunala doesn't appreciate something that can eat ghost moves and threaten it with super effective 4 times damage. But OKIDOGI loves to see that cat, because we've got Guard Dog, which will give us an attack boost when we get intimidated, Upper Hand, which will hit Incineroar super effectively and stop its fake out if it's going for fake out, and just general good damage across the board. With Assault Vest, OKIDOGI can take some hits. If you get the attack boost, you can go crazy, and we just got Poison Jab, Drain Punch, and Knockoff that can do good damage across the board. The rest of this team, we got Grimmsnarl, who could set screens, Flutter, which is a fast set with Taunt and Icy Wind for a little speed control. The Lunala also has Trick Room if you want to go speed control in the opposite direction, but this team is relatively fast, especially the Sword Dog. And Pelipper. Pelipper is a sash set. It doesn't have Wide Guard, but it has Helping Hand, Weather Ball, Hurricane, and Tailwind for 1 more speed control factor, and is basically the best answer to Koraidon this team can muster. But anyways, I hope we fight a lot of Incineroars so OKIDOGI can go crazy. I'm going to bring OKIDOGI even if the matchups aren't necessarily in its favor because I want to play with the dog. But we'll see how it goes. Thank you, Urban Ranger, for making this team. Let's jump into it. Alright, we've got Miraidon. Just Miraidon. Okay. Whimsicott, Fluttermane, Meowscarada, you never see that. Iron Bundle, and Golden Go. Alright, if it's going to be Miraidon, then possibly our Misty Terrain could do well. We've got Light Screen, we've got Misty Terrain. We can reduce its damage output significantly. Only 1 physical attacker on their side of the field, so actually Light Screen is kind of huge. Zacian has trouble with Golden Go, and so would Grim. So we need to lead something that can actually handle that, maybe. OKIDOGI doesn't seem bad. It can take hits for pretty much anything with its Assault Vest and threaten Golden Go with a knockoff. I don't see anything wrong with bringing both restricteds here. Fluttermane is... Since we don't have Shadow Ball, I'm not loving it. I like Lunala with the Trick Room in case they go super fast mode, because they've got some really fast mons. So I don't really care for Pelipper's Tailwind or Fluttermane's Icy Wind. I think they're just going to outspeed us anyway. So I think these are the right 4. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, OKIDOGI with Assault Vest, behind screens. It resists all of Meowscarada's common moves, so we don't need to worry about the physical side. And they have a trainer card. Wonderful. Alright. Whimsmiraidon. Cool with me. I could go Poison Jab into Whims. Try to eliminate that immediately while setting up Light Screen. Do I fear a Fake Tears combo? Maybe a little bit. I need Light Screen. Don't want to Tera Dark. Poison Jab would get me a lot more mileage than anything else. I guess I could knock off Miraidon, but if it's just like choiced, that might come back to hurt me. So I am going to go for the Poison Jab. Next turn, if they're still on the field, we could potentially set Misty Terrain. Weaken their Miraidon even more. Honestly, Misty, if they're clicking an electric move, Misty Terrain probably reduces the damage even more than Light Screen. And they're going Tera Electric. Are they potentially going to try to delete Grim? Guard Whimsicott. Did not see that coming. OKIDOGI, can you still KO? Probably not. They're just going to Volt Switch. Okay. Into Grim. Grim does eat that. Great. So yeah, setting Misty Terrain would not have been effective there. Light Screen is way better. I like the Poison Jab coming in. And I prefer Grimmsnarl taking damage than anything else, since it's mostly done its job already. Goldango. Here, have a poison jab, Limbs. Good damage, but they are able to live. Crazy. I could get Grim off the field for Lunala. Don't want Goldango getting like free nasty plot. I could also like Tera Dark knockoff. Maybe I just give up Grim here. I go for Foul Play Goldango. Don't want to Tera Dark yet. I just go for knockoff on Goldango as well. They go for Encore on the Grim. Interesting play. Grimmsnarl is immune to that by being a dark type. They could have got OKIDOGI caught into Poison Jab, but then I would pick a random target and maybe finish off Whimsicott. Here, have a knockoff. Big damage to Goldango. Scarf Goldango. Oh. That's interesting. And I think Zacian is the play here. Let's just get a couple KOs. Let's go with... If Whimsicott Tailwinds, Goldango can't really do any damage. If Whimsicott attacks, I can prevent its attack by attacking that slot with Behemoth Blade. Finish off Goldango and knockoff. Okay, yeah, they do go Tailwind. Understandable. For a little vacant range shit. Oh, a crit on OKIDOGI. No! Not my Dogi. Alright, but we are going to take a double KO here, which is nice. Though, honestly, that crit is pretty rough. Now OKIDOGI can't take anything. Because that got through their -1 drop and our light screen, so that would have done nothing. Now we're in range for whatever Miraidon wants to click, really. Which, probably an electric move. Who else they got? Bundle? Flutter Mane. Flutter Mane is booster, likely speed. Special attack Flutter. Oh. Let's protect Zacian. Maybe they electric move into our Sword Dog and click like Gleam or something, and OKIDOGI maybe eats that and gets a knockoff into their Miraidon, weakening them even more if they're choiced. Mystical Fire. Interesting. And Electro Drift. Ooh, a double up into our Sword Dog. Free knockoff, thank you. No more specs. Alright, our Tera Dragon, I think, can save us. They're gonna click Mystical Fire and Electro Drift, no longer having specs. We still have our light screen. Wouldn't normally want to do this if they're going to click a fairy move, but now they have the free double up. So I think they will. And then follow up with a, I guess, Drain Punch into Miraidon. Try to get a little health back in case we can take another hit later. Still think Miraidon Electro Drift probably KOs us through Light Screen and Assault Vest at this range. Heal up a little bit, we might get out of range. Okay, Mystical Fire, love to see that. There's no way you're gonna Draco my fairy type. Yep, there's Drift. Is the double in. This should save us. Yeah! Let's go. Goodbye, Flutter Mane. We know you're booster, so you're out of here. Nice. And have a Drain Punch. Maybe I'll get out of range of an attack. Good damage. guess Poison Jab had the chance of getting a poison and just ending it there, but with electricity gone, last turn of Tailwind. Assuming Zacian is faster. Yes, it is. Yeah, we just protect Zacian. And Poison Jab will finish Miraidon if they don't take Dog. Which, now without Electric Terrain, maybe we live Drift. Gleam, we definitely live. Yeah, that does nothing. I think we would have lived Drift. Goodbye, Miraidon. OKIDOGI on the field from the start and destroying them. Lovely. Good job, Dogi. Both dogs. You were both good dogs. Every dog's a good dog. Including my opponent, Pooch. Because they have a trainer card. Good game. Okay, Koraidon Lunala with Chi-Yu, Fluttermane, Ursaluna, and Brute Bonnet. Great game for Pelipper. Just not on lead. Lead would be... Is OKIDOGI any good here? It's good against Chi-Yu. It's okay against Brute Bonnet. My anti-spore is Grimmsnarl. Honestly, Grimmsnarl ain't bad. I could do Grimmsnarl. Pelipper and back. Grimmsnarl, Pelly, OKIDOGI. No. I want to bring OKIDOGI and both Restricteds and Pelipper. Those are the four I want. So how about an OKIDOGI lead with Lunala. Sword Dog Pelly in the back. I think that works. I don't expect Brute Bonnet to be giving me too much trouble. If it is, and I should have brought Grimm just for Misty Terrain, that's rough, but I don't think Grimm is going to be able to provide enough value if it's just, put up Misty Terrain, you can't spore me now. No trainer card. Maybe they just don't bring Brute Bonnet anyway. Koraidon, Fluttermane. Okay. That ain't bad. Pelipper can come in here fairly safe. Proto Speed Flutter. Yeah. Pelipper comes in, they'd probably swap out Koraidon. You would want to swap to something that can take a fairy move. Probably have Lunala in the back. I could go like knockoff, plus go into Pelipper. I could swap OKIDOGI. I think I want to keep OKIDOGI on the field, Poison Jab, Fluttermane, go to Pelipper, because Koraidon could just be leaving the field here. I guess a weird case would be if they like double the Lunala slot. They're gonna Tera right away. That's probably Koraidon into fire, which is cool. I don't mind them committing when there's rain on the field here. They're actually faster with their Koraidon. They don't break our sash on Pelipper, which is nice. Their Life Orb Koraidon. They just Shadow Ball Pelipper. Good damage, gonna get a poison. Yes! Fluttermane is out of there. Let's go. Koraidon's gonna leave the field, I would guess. So maybe I should get Pelipper off the field. But I could also take advantage of, if they're only attacking with one Mon, I might be able to sneak in a Tailwind. So if they bring in Lunala, Tailwind isn't exactly safe. Because they could easily bring in, like, Ursaluna, set Trick Room. It's not easily. I don't mind knockoff Lunala. Go for the Weather Ball on Koraidon. That covers for the play of them actually bringing in Ursaluna, which would be the scariest possible thing. So if they just take out Pelipper and get Weather Control back for later, that's not the end of the world. It is Brute Bonnet! Okay, Meteor Beam to take out Pelipper? Sure. Knockoff will do less damage because you don't have an item, but it was never going to KO through Shadow Shield. And that means no Trick Room is up, which I'm cool with. Did you have to crit the Pelly? Did you have to? And have a knockoff. Good damage. Yeah, now it's Sword Dog. Because we can massively threaten Brute Bonnet. +1 play rough. So knockoff did that much, it'll do twice as much next time. Is it worth Tera Dark? I don't think so. I think saving Tera might be valuable. I'm gonna knock off, play rough, the Fungus. Goodbye, Fungus. +1 Moongeist Beam. Looks like that's into OKIDOGI. OKIDOGI will eat that up. Yummy. And have a knockoff. Goodbye, Lunala. Okay, I wasn't sure if that calc would make it, but it looks like it did. Fantastic job, OKIDOGI. Absolutely wonderful. Taking out Flutter Mane, and then taking out Lunala. All you are is a little OKIDOGI. Alright, I could protect Zacian. Still have Tera. It's definitely going to be on Zacian. I guess my best bet would be Poison Jab. I actually kind of like that they have Life Orb chipping away at them. So I'll go Poison Jab instead of Knockoff. And just Tera. Sacred Sword my strongest move? Yes. Now if they have a Dragon move and click it into my Fairy type right here, well played. But you're never going to get through this and Lunala. And OKIDOGI. OKIDOGI's still here. You still have to hit the OKIDOGI at some point. It'll do a lot of damage to you in the meantime, until you decide to get rid of it. Sacred Sword, that'll be enough for a KO next turn, so they're faster now. And they do take care of the OKIDOGI. Okay. Yeah, after Life Orb chip, Sacred Sword will do it. So it doesn't really matter who we hit with. Is there any benefit to going Trick Room here? I guess they could get like a quadruple Protect, and then Trick Room actually hurts me. But I'm just gonna Moongeist and Sacred Sword. I don't even think they can get a single KO. I think we got this wrapped up. Yeah, Flare Blitz is gonna hurt you more than it hurts me. Ow. And you're done. Well, they went out on their own terms. Respectable. Good game. OKIDOGI. Proven it's such a threat that they had to get rid of it with their restricted name. Well, that was fun. Good job, Dogi. Get a trainer card, please. And put OKIDOGI in it. Alright, we've got Kyogre Ice Rider with Tinglu, Tornadus, and Indeedee Sneasler. Okay. Looks like a fast team, but they also have the potential to go slow. Lunala with Wide Guard is excellent, and they're going to need to have answers to that, so I think I bring Lunala in the back. OKIDOGI is okay. Honestly, OKIDOGI is a drop in this game. OKIDOGI does nothing for me except, I guess, Wall Sneasler, but it can't hit Sneasler because we are the same as Sneasler, basically. Yeah, OKIDOGI is definitely not a bring in this game, but I'm going to anyway. OKIDOGI lead with. Zacian seems like a fine lead. We have Dragon Tera, which could come back to bite us later if there's Glacial Lances, but it'll get us around Kyogre shenanigans. Obviously bring Lunala and Pelly. Yeah, I think it's Pelly. It can actually hit Sneasler. We can Tailwind to beat their Tailwind. Good trainer card. If they end up going the fast mode, that is, we should have some of the faster mons. Well, they're not going fast. Well, at least it looks like we're not going to accidentally blow our Tera too early. Alright, the Indeedee does not have a Psychic Seed, so we can knock something off. I'm gonna go knock off the horse and actually just Blade into Indeedee in case they try to get sneaky and use Indeedee Trick Room, protect the horse, but Follow Me Trick Room makes sense too. Tera the horse into water. Okay, so this could be an attack plus Trick Room with Indeedee. We're doing this to resist Behemoth Blade. Yeah, that's what it looks like. Big damage into Indeedee, who has an eject button. You wouldn't go Trick Room there if that was eject button. So what is this play? Or did you forget? Or think I would double up the horse? Well, I'm gonna get a knockoff on your horse. Tinglu comes in. Maybe it's just Trick Room. Trick Room would make some sense. No more Clear Amulet for you. And it is Trick Room. Okay. 2 threats in under Trick Room. Don't love that. Where do I want to burn my Tera the most? Probably OKIDOGI, Dark Tera, Drain Punch their Tinglu, and just protect Sensei for now. They've got a lot of ground moves threatening, assuming they have high horsepower. It could be Stomping Tantrum Tinglu into Zacian plus Glacial Lance. Try to cover for some Teras too. That wouldn't be a bad play. I also don't know if they're like a Leech Seed set maybe. Ruination into the Sword Dog. Plus Glacial Lance then? Yeah, okay. OKIDOGI won't take this super well, but we will get to Drain Punch back a lot of health. Less than half. That's pretty good. And it does absolutely no damage to Tinglu. What? Yikes. Alright, I'm gonna Poison Jab. It's gotta be Ruination High Horsepower, right? It's gotta be. Poison Jab their horse. Get into Pelipper. It's gotta be Ruination High Horsepower. You know I can't protect. You know I can't Tera Zacian. So you've got Ruination High Horsepower. Basically a guaranteed knockout there. So if Pelipper can come in on that and waste one of your turns, that would be awesome. It's Ruination to OKIDOGI and Glacial Lance, isn't it? Yikes! Not a fan. Dogi, no! They get +1 attack for that. Alright. Lunala has to come in. We're at least threatening that we have Wide Guard on both of these. We can reverse Trick Room. We can reverse Trick Room and get Zacian back on the field. I think that's our only way to have enough offensive momentum to get something out of this turn. Because if we just had Pelipper Lunala on the field, they could just set Trick Room right back up. There's Ruination to Lunala. Plus Crunch! They have Crunch? They have Crunch. They have Crunch on their... Why do you have Crunch on your Calyrex? It's for Lunala. And Shadow Rider, but oh my goodness. Alright, last turn of Trick Room. Pelipper cannot protect, but they didn't target it. I guess I go Hurricane Protect and probably lose Pelipper. Should at least be threatened by the idea that I could Wide Guard. It's just Ruination. Is it Glacial Lance then? Wow. Okay. So if I had Wide Guard, that would be a great time to use it. But my Wide Guarder got Crunch. Let's see. What's my way out of this game? There's not really one. I guess Ruination can miss. But Play Rough isn't going to be enough to take out Calyrex, even with a crit. I have to go for that. A crit Play Rough. Take out the Calyrex. I guess they don't have Clear Amulet anymore, so I could get an attack drop with Play Rough. But, oh yeah, even a crit wouldn't do it. Glacial Lance plus whatever ground move you got is going to be plenty. Ruination doesn't KO. But, maybe for some reason that's the only move you know. I'll Play Rough again. And just miss. Couldn't even take one KO. Wow. Okay. Okay, good game to my opponent. I mean, ugh. They went with a mode I didn't expect, and then they had Crunch Calyrex. What can you do? If I played them again, I would save Tera for Lunala. Good game. Okay. Miraidon Cali Ice with Iron Valiant. That's cool. Farigiraf, Iron Hands, and Water Pond. That's cool. Zacian's great. OKIDOGI's okay. I don't hate OKIDOGI. It could potentially block a Fake Out from Iron Hands if they're going to do that. I think I want to do Lunala lead, though. They seem very committed to Trick Room shenanigans. Definitely have Zacian. And Helly seems bad. Freaky Mane seems bad. It's gotta be Grimmsnarl. You can at least reduce some damage with both Light Screen, Reflect, and Misty Terrain. Foul Play is good into Calyrex. Yeah. I think this is the play. If OKIDOGI gets led and they go Iron Hands and Farigiraf, which is a weird lead, then we can't upper hand. But Iron Hands Ice Rider doesn't seem like a crazy lead from them, but I expect Miraidon lead, honestly. No trainer card. Maybe it should have been Grimmsnarl if I expect... Oh, it's Miraidon Hands. Okay. That's interesting, at least. You could Fake Out, but you could only Fake Out my OKIDOGI, so I don't think there's really a risk, a need to upper hand. If I under upper hand, I get damage instead of you, but if it goes wrong and they get a free hit, that would be devastating. I'm gonna go knock off Miraidon. And Moongeist Miraidon. We've got Snarl Miraidon. Yo. They're gonna double into Lunala here. Moongeist Beam isn't going to do nearly as much now. I was considering Fairy Moonblast. I thought they would just Volt Switch. That might be Assault Vest. Good damage there. It is Assault Vest. Wild Charge? Ow. That's going to hurt. Yup. Goodbye. Alright, well now I can get my Sword Dog in relatively clean. Assault Vest Miraidon cannot protect, which is nice. Since I only have physical attackers, I don't care about removing their Assault Vest. I have the Poison Jab, the Iron Hands, and just click Play Rough into Miraidon. Yeah, Miraidon's going to swap. Play Rough into some random target ain't bad. Will do a lot to a Farigiraf. Nope, it has a defense boost. It'll do some to a Farigiraf. That's okay. Poison Jab the hands. Rain Punch isn't gonna KO us. Fine, fine. I can't allow Trick Room. $130, $120. So I need to get rid of Farigiraf. And I'm gonna Tera Dragon because I think Wild Charge is probably coming. Try to finish us off. I prevent Trick Room. Get rid of the Farigiraf. Still have my Sword Dog around. I can at least threaten big damage on one more target before I go. Good, that's enough. Thank you, OKIDOGI. Wonderful. Would have loved to get a poison on the hands earlier, but nothing to do. And it is Wild Charge into the Sword Dog. Cool. We know Miraidon can't protect. It's not Miraidon. Right, Iron Hands can't have Assault Vest. I'm gonna play rough the Iron Hand slot for sure. What's my best bet here? Probably Poison Jab, try to fish for a poison there. Play rough to get rid of Iron Hands. They're gonna swap Iron Hands. Are they giving up Miraidon to get hands back in safely under Trick Room? It's a good play. And then you Tera the Cali. Fire, yeah. Get rid of Miraidon at least. That's a start. If we get a poison, that would help, but not fix everything. Do just Trick Room. I'm guessing Fake Out or Wild Charge the OKIDOGI and Glacial Lance. There's nothing I can really do about that since they're going to be moving first. Upper Hand won't work on them this turn since they're now the faster one. Question is, do I give up Sword Dog to get Grim in? Do I potentially swap Grim in Protect? That won't work. That'll get me nowhere. I need Poison Jab. Maybe they throw? I'm gonna give up Sword Dog here. But there's no reason they can't just Glacial Lance Wild Charge and delete both of my Mons, and then... Maybe I don't know how to beat Ice Horse with this team. Maybe the answer is not bring OKIDOGI. Ow. Yep, that does it. Ah. They still had a little bit more electric terrain going around, so they were able to do massive damage with Iron Hands. Yeah, that was the last turn of it, too. Alright, well, I assume they're both very low speed. And we are not slow. So they're gonna move first. I'm gonna try to foul play. It's not gonna work out. Glacial Lance one-shots, what? Grim, what? Oh man. Ice Horse busted. Alright, good game. Well played. Please get a trainer card. Well, we're back. And we didn't see a single Incineroar. OKIDOGI, OKIDOGI honestly did great in a couple of the matches that it was good in. And just did really poorly in the matches where I was sure you weren't supposed to bring OKIDOGI, but did it anyway. I mean, that's how it goes. I hope you enjoyed anyway. Thank you again to the Urban Ranger for making this team. I had a blast. And thank you for watching. Leave a like on this video. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. But anyways, I'm Jordy, and alright, peace.